Bang Rak in Bangkok is definitely my home here in Bangkok. And more specifically, the area that I really love is from the Empire State Building. Empire State Building is not what it's called. The State Tower Building. The one from the movie Hangovers 2, I think it is. And then down to the river. This is my local area, and I say my local area because right now it really feels like this local area to me. I've been staying here quite a while. If you combine everything, I've been here for like 2 months, which doesn't feel like that much time when you think about living in a place. But when you're traveling around, 2 months is a very long time. And such a funny coincidence today actually was I almost thought she could read my mind about me making this video about this lovely area. My coffee lady gave me a tiramisu cake for free because she was making them the other day. And I told her, oh, that's one of my favorite desserts. And then today she gave me this one for free. Of course, I bought a coffee also. And that is the thing about being a local in an area. In Copenhagen, there's been 2 areas where I've been feeling like a local. When you go down to the supermarket, you kind of know the staff. You have a local coffee bar. They know what kind of coffee you are. And that's the same thing here. When I go into the coffee place, I just say good morning, and then they will make me the coffee, and that's it. I never tell them what coffee I need because I always want the same one. I really feel like being accepted by the locals here. One thing is, I've been here for a while. Another thing is, I also have like my big camera. I'm quite recognizable here, and it's like everywhere I go here, a lot of people, I know them, they know me. Even the dentist right over here at the staircase I normally sit at, one of the girls working there always says hi when they come by. I'm not in shape today. And that is so amazing. Like 2 places in Copenhagen, it's been like that when I was living there for like a longer period of time. Christianshavn is one, which is this tiny little part of Copenhagen, which is a little bit of a small island, you can say, in the middle of the city. Amazing there. Everything in Copenhagen has changed. So it's not like it used to be. I guess that little part, Christianshavn, will still be kind of like that. Another place was a place called Inghave Place, which used to be a very hardcore area, and now it's only rich people living there. It's very boring there now. Everything in that area has changed a lot, which is a shame for me, but hello. That's one of the local kids. He's around here a lot also. I lost it, which I think is a shame, but it's a different story. We will take that when I show you around Copenhagen next year at some point. And that is the very nice thing about staying in the same area, is if it's like here, you will be part of the local life around here. The other day I was walking through the city and I walked through some of the touristy areas. And the funny thing is, it made me feel like a tourist. Here I don't feel like a tourist at all. But over there, it really makes me feel like a tourist walking. Of course, people don't know me there, but it's also walking past these places that make suit, and a guy trying to convince me to come in and get a suit. It's like, I'm just looking at my busted up shorts with oil on them and everything, and just like, do I look like somebody that wants a suit? And there's all of these weed stores, and like in general the vibe is so weird, and I don't understand why you want to stay in a place like that at all. I get it in that sense. If you're just here to party or whatever, it's kind of like going on an all-inclusive cruise or like all-inclusive resort somewhere in the world, where it's not about where you go, but it's about like just taking a time off, right? In that sense, I kind of understand it, even though Bangkok being so amazing. And I talked with a girl from the US the other day, and she'd been living in this region for quite a while, and she says Bangkok is just like, in this area, the best city she can think of. And I kind of agree. This is very much the city of all cities in this part of the world. It is such a special place here. But not if you stay in the touristy area. Sometimes you kind of feel like you're in Europe. I even walked in some of the more quiet areas, and at some point I only saw white people. And that is so weird to walk around in a foreign city and all you see is people from Europe or the US or wherever people were from. And I don't like it. If you watch my channel, you know I don't like it like that. In this area here, there's a big hospital here, so there's a lot of like nurses and doctors around this area. There are so much food option here. So there are kind of like two shifts on restaurants open. They're the ones during the day, which is mostly for offices and the hospital here. But it's all the way around the corner here. I haven't counted how many shops there are. There are probably 40 or something like that. And they're only open during the day. So that is the nice thing. If you're only here by the daytime, you can go here and try restaurants. Then you can come back in the evening and then try different places. You can stay here for 2 months and eat in a different spot every day. And it's extremely local and extremely cheap, most of it. Of course, there are tourists around here. There's a hostel, there's a lot of hotels, and actually this place is it has everything. We have 5-star hotels, we have nice hostels, and it has like big highways. It has very busy streets. It have this big shopping mall over here. They are renovating to be like a more luxurious thing. They have street markets. There are everything here. And then in between the main roads here, if you walk inside the buildings, it's so quiet. It's so peace and quiet in there. And it's super beautiful with plants all over. And it's mostly only the locals using the streets in between the houses. If you're here in the area, try and walk around in there. It's very, very stunning. Just be respectful, of course. So I'm sitting here at my local coffee place. The State Tower is right here. And there's scooters, of course, all over. If you go around the corner here, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of small restaurants, street food, and so on. There's even a Dunkin' Donut at the hospital over here, which I thought, as a European, is very funny. But apparently it's a regular thing that hospitals here has a lot of restaurants. And my local friend told me that the private hospitals here in Bangkok is almost like a shopping mall. They have everything in there, which I thought was so funny because that's not how it is in Denmark, at least, at all. Walking around the corner, again, super beautiful with trees on the street and everything. Small temples around here also. There is even a noodle shop, and normally when I film stuff, and that's also what you see, if there is people like up close, it's usually from the back or from the side, because I don't want to intimidate people by filming them right up in their face. And I walk past this fresh noodle store. It's actually not a store, it's a factory. I'm pretty sure they're making noodles for all of the shops around the area here. And I was just like filming a little bit on the outside, and then a guy working there, he was like, yeah, you can just film inside, it's okay. And I didn't even say anything, nothing, he was just like, just film inside. And that place looks so amazing, and I just love that. I think, and I've kind of said it earlier also, the nice thing about this area, you don't feel like a tourist, especially when you've been here a few times, people kind of know you. Like I even have a phone number to my favorite masseuse here on the other side of the road. I had a massage from her one day. I was like, okay, this is one of the best ever. And she said, just text me. Next time you want a massage, we'll book a time for it. And it's normally not something you do around here. You just walk into the store. But she was just so good. So that's how local it is to me now. And then from the noodle store, again, a lot of restaurants. That's mostly night restaurants. And some of these places are actually a little bit famous. Have places with Michelin ratings. We have a place over here where I come to a lot. But I have like a pink noodle dish. I'm actually not quite sure why it's pink, but it's like with like a fish dish. So with kind of seafood in it. I think it's only 60 baht, which is like $1.50 or something like that. Thai people living in Bangkok travel from the other side of the town to get here to get this. And it's not like a touristy place again, but the local Thai people travel far to go there and get it. And I agree, it's very nice. Then on the other side of the main road, there are the shopping center and then a brand new McDonald's. It's actually not brand new, but they just renovated it. In the front of that shopping center, there used to be street food, which 2 days ago, they took them down. I think it's because they're renovating everything. Then if you go on the other side, there will be like a small night market that have like all of the basic night market stuff. Then if you go a little bit further, there is actually a food court here, which the pricing is from relatively cheap to expensive, like kind of what you expect of a place like that. I've been eating there a few times. I don't feel like the food is always that good compared to what you get on the street around here. So that's why I haven't been there that much. And some of the stuff is a little bit more expensive, which makes sense because they have like a lot of rent to pay to the place. However, there is one small little coffee place, and then again, that's a little bit of being a local. God a blessing. I think she looked at my arms, and then normally people would put it on me though. There is this tea place, Pluto, very nice stuff there. I would say, however, I know the owner, so it's kind of sponsored in that sense. The tea is very nice. There's like cold tea. She does it in a different way than everybody else around here, which I love to see. So she get a lot of different teas and mixes together and then make her own blend, which makes it like a special one. A lot of the other stores around will just buy factory tea and then that's it. But she actually do it a little bit of a different way, which is really, really nice. So I would definitely say, if you don't want to feel like a tourist, this is the place to be. Especially if it's a longer stay, the more you see people. And actually, I thought about it yesterday, because sometimes the local people, especially me with the big camera, they will look at you kind of like you from outer space. And it kind of makes sense a little bit, especially with me with the camera. What I always do, and I also always try to, like, in general, just smile and do like this to everybody around me. And especially when people are looking, like, staring, and I would say 9 out of 10, when you do this and smile, they will smile back to you. Like, they're not trying to be rude or feel like you're not, why are you here? It's just like a normal behavior. It's just like a normal behavior of people to look at people that look different than you, right? That was hard to say. But I see a lot of tourists not like smiling back or think it's kind of weird that people are looking. And I would say, like, smile to people and people will smile back, especially in this part of the world. Like, it's a little bit more hard in Europe sometimes, right? Smiling at people and people look at you or look away as soon as you do so. And I feel like it's kind of the same with some of the tourists here. If you smile at them, they will kind of just look away. Which I think is weird, like, just smile back. It's a nice weather, everybody is happy. That is a different story. But I think that helped me a lot to be accepted by the locals here. is to just be always friendly, always smiley, and then be friendly and helpful. If it makes sense to bring your plate to the washing station, like if they have like an area you can see, oh, here's the washing station, or you go to pay, just bring the plate. They will be so happy. Like they will almost feel like it's too much that you're helping them out. But again, like I got like a free cake today because I'm always very friendly, always very helpful, and of course you want to be very friendly and very helpful to me then. And I guess this is just a general thing in life. Like the more friendly you are, the more friendly people will be to you. The more non-friendly you are, the more non-friendly people will be to you. I don't know if you saw her right here, but that's the local post girl delivering packages around here. And she's amazing. Like she is amazing. She's lightning fast, mostly driving with one hand, looking at the phone to find like the next destination. Amazing. And that's the nice thing about always sitting here in the morning looking at people. You kind of like see everybody around here like doing the daily things. Oh, let's try and sum it up. I'm 100% sure I missed out on a lot. Bang Rak is a mixture of everything Bangkok. It have all of the small, very old, worn out houses, cozy streets, a lot of street food, huge buildings, and 5-star hotel. We got it all. I would say thank you, Bang Rak, for accepting me as a local here. I absolutely enjoyed it. I will stay here for at least a few more weeks. I will eat this beautiful cake here and then, or dessert. And then I hope all of this rambling around about this wonderful area here I did make some kind of sense. I might make a part 2 about this area at some point. But if you want to come stay here, don't act like a tourist, try to be a local. Friendly and smiley. It's very good, this one. I don't think she normally like do these ones. I think it's like a special occasion. She have some kind of like dessert sometimes in there. The coffee is always amazing.